Her family betrayed her in the worst way possible. In the heart of Lushport, a city of tall, shiny buildings and busy streets, a rich lady planned a secret test that would shake her family to the core. This is the story of Charie, a strong billionaire, and the shocking truth she uncovered about those she loved most. In the bustling city of Lushport, Charie lived in a grand house with marble floors and a big garden. She wore smart, purple dresses, her face always calm and kind. Charie was a billionaire, owning a big company that made clothes and food, which gave jobs to many. She was the breadwinner for her family, her husband, Musa, her son, Tolu, a lazy teenager, and her daughter, Zainab, a quiet girl. Charie worked hard to pay for their house, food, and school, while Musa stayed home, and Tolu and Zainab spent money without care. Years ago, Zuri's close friend Mama Ngozi passed away, leaving behind her son Juma. Juma had lost his father too, and Charie took him in, raising him as her own. The family disliked Juma because he wasn't blood-related. Musa grumbled, Tolu mocked him, and Zainab ignored him. But Juma was kind, always helping Charie with chores and smiling at her. Charie loved him deeply, seeing him as a true son. Charie often felt alone despite her wealth. Musa complained about her long hours, saying, "You work too much, give me more time." Tolu asked for new phones and games, rolling his eyes when she said no. Zainab stayed silent, but took her clothes and jewelry without thanks. Charie wondered if they loved her for her money or her heart. One day, she decided to find out. She called her doctor, a kind man named Dr. Kofi, and asked him to help her pretend to be very sick. "I want to see their true feelings," she said. Dr. Kofi agreed, promising to keep it a secret. The next morning, Charie lay in her big bed, pale with makeup, her purple dress replaced by a plain white gown. Dr. Kofi stood by, holding a fake report. "She has a serious illness," he told the family, his voice serious. "She may not live long." Charie watched with half-closed eyes, her heart pounding. Musa rushed in, his face worried at first. "Oh no, Charie," he cried, kneeling by her bed. But then he whispered to Tolu, "If she dies, we get her money, start planning." Tolu grinned, his hands rubbing together greedily, saying, "I'll buy a car." Zainab stayed quiet, but her eyes sparkled as she looked at Zuri's jewelry box. Juma, however, sat by her side, holding her hand, his young face full of worry, whispering, "I love you, Mama Charie. Please get better." Zuri's heart sank at her family's greed, but Juma's love warmed her. Musa left to make calls, Tolu went to his room to dream of riches, and Zainab slipped away with a necklace. For days she stayed in bed, weak and silent. Musa brought her water, but complained, "This is too much work." Tolu asked, "When will you die so I can have your money?" Zainab sold the necklace for cash, avoiding Charie. Only Juma stayed, bringing her soup, reading to her, and crying softly when he thought she slept. The house felt cold, filled with selfishness, except for Juma's care. Charie grew angry but also moved by Juma. She planned to end the test. One night, she called Dr. Kofi and her lawyer, Mr. Eze. They met in secret. "I'm done," she said. "I'll show them the truth." The next day, Dr. Kofi announced, "A miracle! Charie is healed." The family rushed in, shocked. Musa's face turned pale. Tolu's mouth dropped open and Zainab froze, the stolen cash in her pocket. Charie stood up, her purple dress back on. "I faked it to test you," she said, her voice firm. "I wanted love, but I saw greed except from Juma." Musa stammered, "We didn't mean it." Tolu begged. "Give us another chance," Zainab cried, her hands covering her face, but Charie shook her head. "You showed your hearts," she said. She called Mr. Easy, who read a new will. "Zuri's wealth now goes to Charity and Juma," he said. "Her family gets nothing unless they change." The room erupted, Musa shouted, Tolu threw a fit, and Zainab ran out, tears falling. Juma hugged Charie, his face wet with happy tears. Charie felt sadness, but also peace. She moved to a smaller house with Juma, who became her true son, helping her run the business. Her company grew bigger, opening schools and hospitals, making her a billionaire who helped the poor. Musa, Tolu, and Zainab struggled, their greed leaving them broke. One day, a letter came they had changed, working to support others. Charie smiled, inviting them back, not for money, but to rebuild with love, guided by Juma's pure heart. Years later, Zuri's foundation for single mothers thrived, her purple dress, a beacon of hope. Juma, now a young man, managed it with her, his face proud. Musa, Tolu, and Zainab joined, their hands busy with kindness, learning true wealth is family, not riches, a lesson from a shocking test and a heartwarming twist.